So we have some more inZOI news today. We haven't had any for a while. It's been a little bit quiet ever since the character creator demo came out, and they haven't really spoken about much amongst the wider gaming community or really released any brand new gameplay footage of the game or how they're progressing. However, Nvidia have published something directly involving inZOI, and it seems it's an AI thing, which I know people have some problems with, and we'll come on to that. They uploaded a video on the Nvidia page called Create Simulated Cities with Co-Playable Characters. They've unveiled something called Smart ZOIs, which is basically a system where your ZOIs dynamically adjust their behaviors according to their traits and the situation that they're in, which sounds just like basic stuff that you'd expect, but I was actually a little bit shocked about what they shown. So in one example, they showed a ZOI that was standing on the edge of the street who appeared to be homeless and was hungry. So with the smart ZOI thing on, the other sim decided to purchase something from a bakery and gift it to him. And this is an Nvidia system called Co-Playable Character, or CPC for short. They showed off some various other examples, like a lady seeing a guy who was breakdancing, so she went up to him and she applauded him, and it showed how a person's schedule may have an impact on their day as in the next day, and their experiences shape their future, which I thought was really interesting. They haven't really made it clear in this trailer if it's only your ZOI that's using this AI technology or if it's going to apply to all of the NPCs around you. I highly doubt it relates to the NPCs around you, because like even a NASA computer couldn't handle that with that many ZOIs and that much simulation going on all at once. So I'm assuming this smart ZOI autonomous stuff is happening to your character, but your character is the one character that you would want to control. I feel like this would be something that would be better implemented to the characters around you, but then how would they achieve that without making it require a literal rocket ship PC? It doesn't make much sense to me. So I'm just looking on the Nvidia website, giving a bigger description of what's going on, and it says every ZOI in the city acts autonomously, driven by their life goals and reacting to their environments and the events happening around them, leading to deeper levels of immersion in complex social situations. Whose PC is doing this? That's what I need to know. I don't think my PC could handle this. I got it's not NASA, but it's a nice expensive PC. It should be doing a lot of things, but I don't know if it could handle this. So that makes me feel curious. Is this just something that they're doing because it's genuinely going to lead to better gameplay? Is it just like a show-off thing to make the investors invest more money? Because I feel like this is the kind of thing that investors are more into than the actual players. It does seem based on this that the smart ZOIs thing is something that you can turn on and off. So maybe it's the case that you just turn it on in a specific situation and then you turn it off when you don't want it. I'm not too sure. They've also basically confirmed that ZOIs in the game will have daily schedules and that these can change based on a person's traits. So this person likes plants, so at the start of the day they water their plants, etc., based on all of the other traits. So that's a kind of AI I think is pretty cool. I like that idea. So I think it's going to be an interesting experiment in this game when it comes out, to just follow a ZOI and see what they do autonomously throughout the day and see the differences in how they behave. I'm obviously a Sims channel, and most of you who watch me just watch me for the Sims, but outside of the Sims community, inZOI is getting a lot of attention out of casual players who aren't really people who consider themselves Simmers, and I've definitely noticed a difference in terms of reaction to this game. I've noticed Simmers are a bit more skeptical of it. I think based on everything we've seen so far, it looks pretty great, although it seems to lack some kind of purpose. Based on what we've seen, to me anyway, it looks like more of a playable tech demo of what a live sim could be rather than actually be a fully fledged game. So I'm hoping there's maybe a little bit more to it other than just simulating life with powerful AI, the magic AI that changes things. I hope there's actually, something fun and engaging to do for you as a player. And I feel like the word AI is often used as like a dirty buzzword, isn't it? Like everybody's very skeptical of AI. Nobody seems to really like AI, but the word AI could literally mean so many different things. Whatever device you're watching watching me on now is powered by artificial intelligence. You're using AI. Your refrigerator is probably powered by AI. So is your car. So is your 7.5-inch vibrator. Pretty much everything we use is powered by AI. With that being said, when you hear the word AI, you don't have to boo and act like it's bad. Of course, there are a lot of issues with AI stealing people's jobs, generative AI using people's likeness and copyrighted content without their permission. That's obviously an issue, but when it just comes to simulating what a person should do in a video game based on their traits, I don't really think that's some kind of big controversial issue. I mean, the comments in general seem to be pretty positive. People are only saying good things about this edition, so that goes and shows it for you that clearly the general gaming community are interested in this. Somebody said GTA 6 at home. To be fair, one of the biggest criticisms about The Sims is that the AI isn't really that great. We all know how dumb Sims 4 townies are, but more particularly how they don't really have any form of personality. They also don't really have any kind of routine. In The Sims 3 they did, by the way, but in The Sims 4 they don't. No matter what traits you use, you can only give your Sim 3 traits, and whatever trait you use, like, their personalities don't change. The townies around you don't actually have any lives. They don't have any routines. They just purely exist to basically exist. They exist in the background and they do absolutely nothing. The Sims 4 is built in a weird way where it's not very clever what they do or how they interact. So it's refreshing to see something that feels like what the true sequel to The Sims 3 should have been, an actual life simulation game where characters have schedules and routines and they feel a little bit more lifelike. I wouldn't want them to be too lifelike. I wouldn't want some kind of uncanny experience. I also wouldn't want it to cause so much lag, because if a game doesn't run very well, then what's the point? Despite looking pretty good, inZOI is still quite clearly quite far away from release, so I don't think we can really hold too many judgments. Even based on the gameplay videos that we have seen already, we don't really know what the end result is going to look like, feel like, and be like, especially because every single video we have seen has been obviously recorded on a powerful computer. Most people who are into these kinds of games probably don't have powerful PCs, but from what I have played of the game myself in the character creator, it clearly goes to show how much effort that they've actually put into innovating the concept of a life simulation game and pushing the boundaries in ways that I didn't really think about before, and I think that's really exciting. Despite what you think about The Sims and EA, and whether you love The Sims 4 or hate it, you can't deny that they haven't really been innovating that much. Most Sims 4 updates just seem to be trying to get it back up to par to what The Sims 3 was. Even then, it won't really be that, and it's become more of an asset kind of build mode designer than an actual game now. So at the very least, I think inZOI goes to show what any video game developer is capable of when pushing the life simulation gaming genre forward, and I personally would like to see even more developers come out and make new life sim games. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more inZOI content. I will see you in the next one.